And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships for Small Business Owners, where we teach you how to build wonderful, beautiful businesses that allow you to have an even more beautiful and wonderful life. And I am your host, best-selling author Sadan Long, and thank you for tuning in today. And today's topic is support. That's right, support. Now, most of the time, what I hear from people when we start talking about business and why they're not successful is that people aren't supporting them. You know, people don't support black-owned businesses. People don't support small businesses. People don't support American-made businesses. And the reality is, you're right. People don't support. I agree with you 1,342%. People do not support. However, you can still be successful as a business owner even when people don't support. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. And the first thing that we really want to talk about when we start talking about support is one of the reasons people do not support is that they're not really clear on the benefit of whatever it is that you do to them. So let's give some examples. So a person says, for example, is having a woman's empowerment event, and they start telling people, it's like, "Ooh, girl, I'm having an event. Come out to my event. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be impactful, and you need to be there." Cool. First of all, you said my event. Okay. What people want to know, when people want to hear, and when you're telling them things, they want to hear what's in it for them. So that's it off the rip, right there. Before you get mad at somebody and before you get upset with them, you really have to say, did I do a good job of communicating what was in it for them? Because you could say it is a woman's empowerment event all day long. Okay. But when that other person is hearing that, all they're hearing is, oh, you want me to give you some money. Now, I know in real life, you know, it's different than we see it in our head. In our head, we saw it as a beautiful, wonderful idea. But in real life, you're asking people to give you their real hard earned money. So a person wants to know, why do I need to give you my money as opposed to going to City Winery? Why do I need to give you my money instead opposed to going to Southwest and getting a plane ticket? Why do I need to give you my money instead of, getting a pair of shoes, or an outfit or a coat? Because I know that if I wear that coat out this weekend, I'm going to look good. So you're competing with these people's other desires, needs, wants, and problems. So if you're going to then expect them to come to something, man, it has to be worth more to them than these other items. Repeat that. You are competing with other people's needs, wants, and desires. So if you're having an event, it needs to be worth more to them than those other things off the top. Yeah. And one of the reasons why is because a person that you think is your friend still has problems. Now, notice I said a person you think is your friend still has problems because a lot of us, because of social media and because of interactions at work and because of people that we're familiar with, we are lumping them in with our friends. Okay. These people are not necessarily your friends. They are not your A1 day ones. They are not people that you can count on. You know, if these people are not people that will take you to the airport at 4 in the morning, then are you really willing to risk your whole business on them? Okay. So again, they want to know what's in it for them. And one of the reasons they want to know what's in it for them is because they're really not your friends. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We all got tons of associates. We all got tons of people we cool with. But now when you're asking associates, not A1 day ones, but associates to come to an event, you have to give them something that is worth something to them. Okay. So either A, it has to solve their problems. B, it has to have some type of benefit for them. Or C, it has to be a mission or cause that they want to support. Okay. So now, to help you really get your events going, you need to figure out what the mission is. You know, What is it that we're really trying to do by having this event? You know, this event is for, battered women. You know, so yeah, it's a woman empowerment event, but a portion of the proceeds are going to go to battered women. A portion of the proceeds are going to go to battered women's shelter. We're going to buy them some coats. We're going to buy their kids some shoes. We're going to, make sure that they have a good holiday. We're going to give them some turkeys. So now you at least can then start to focus your energy on the people who believe in this cause. Because some people might not want to support the battered women. So now, instead of trying to bully your associates and your homegirl who is just going to tell you, yeah, I got you, send me the link, and then not show up, you can now focus that energy on people who are really and deeply motivated to support that particular cause. So now instead of looking for your friends, or quote unquote your associates, because again, obviously, you only have so many real A1 day ones. So instead of looking for them to buy up all the tickets, now you start looking for people who really support that cause. So if you say women's empowerment or men's empowerment or whatever, that doesn't give them enough information. It doesn't trigger any bells in their head. It doesn't make anything go off that then will say, hey, this is more important than my sneaker money. This is more important than getting another fifth of white Hennessy. This is more important than me going to the Bears game. This is more important than me buying some cigars. This is more important than me getting red bottoms. This is more important than me buying some food. Okay. So there has to be a mission that these people are now supporting that is bigger than their needs. Now I know back in the day, we would have church events, and because people were afraid to go to hell, they would go to the events because they thought that going to the events would in some way, shape, or form get them closer to God. You know, that the seeds that they sowed would get them closer to God. That them being in the building would help them get closer to God. That it would ultimately benefit them in being blessed, them being healthy, them being above and not beneath. Okay. So even in those cases, there was a benefit. You know, some people say, people out here purchasing fire insurance. So again, they were going to avoid going to hell. Okay. So again, there has to be a benefit, and you have to be communicating that benefit in your marketing. You have to be communicating that benefit in your flyers, in your programs, in your posts, in your live, in your video. You have to be communicating the benefit. How is this going to help you? So that now, instead of trying to get people who you're calling friends who are really associates, who really don't rock with you, who really just playing in your face when it comes to these events, you actually now are focused on people who are supporting your mission, who believe in your mission. And what you'll find is some of those people who are associates pretending to be friends actually do want to support the mission. So now those people evangelize for you. Those people get out and they bring people with them. But they bring people with them and they evangelize and they carry your message because they believe in the cause that your message is serving. Again, when you look at grownandrich.com and you look at Sadon Lawn Solutions, we work with grown folks who own businesses that are self-funded. Okay. And our goal in working with every one of these adults is to keep them from getting scammed and allow them the opportunity to see their dreams turn into beautiful, wonderful businesses that then pay their bills like a good job. So again, we're trying to protect these people from scammers, from people overcharging, from people running off with their money, from people trying to get them, to become a part of their branding or marketing companies and networks, but people trying to get them to have events that nobody shows up with at, but then they spent all their money and they can't get it back. That's my mission, to protect grown folks from these scammers. That is my goal, from quote unquote marketing people who never made a dime for anybody, you know, from all these picture takers who ain't making you no money. You know, I'll show you how to do it. I'll teach you how to do it. I'll give you the game so that you can then do it yourself. Then I'll show you which people to hire and partner with so that you can then hire the right people and get the right result. You know, but again, our mission is to protect the grown person who's giving up their 401k, who's spending their settlement, who's taking money, that they could be putting into tuition and putting away for their grandkids and trying to bet it on their dream, their vision, their goal, help them achieve it. Because I know that that makes their whole family better. That allows them to take care of grandmas, that allows them to take care of mamas, that allows them to take care of kids and grandkids. You know, and when you give your money to somebody to teach you how to sell high ticket items or to teach you, how to do something and then you still can't do it, you feel like a fool. So I don't want you to feel like a fool. I want you to get the tools and the understanding that you need to absolutely do the very best that you can for you and your family when it comes to being a business owner. And to protect you from these thieves, these scammers, these liars, these folks playing in your face and laughing behind your back. That's where we at. That's what we do. That's our mission. But when you have your event or you have a business or you have anything else, you have to have a mission too. You have to have a mission that they get behind that has some way aligned with their mission in life and gives them a benefit. So, that's the first thing, because if you do not have that, then whatever you charge just doesn't seem worth it, because you can say I'm charging 150, but a huge part of the 150 is going to getting Christmas gifts for battered women and their families. You know, a huge portion of the money is going to Habitat for Humanity. A huge portion of the money is going, to kids in Africa. The huge portion of the money is going to helping our seniors, helping the homeless. And then you go and you do the work, you know, which is why I love Family Life Center so much. Shout out to Lawan. You know, that when you donate to them, then you actually see him out in the community passing out deodorant, passing out hand sanitizer, passing out coats, passing out food. You actually see him pulling up on the seniors. When he does pay what you can, you actually will see people who have no place to go sitting at tables and they're treating them just like they treat the people who pay. They're bringing them extra juice, extra water, and sending them with some food to go. So yeah, you might come in and give them an extra 10, 15, $20, but in the process of giving them the extra 10, 15, $20, you see the work being done. So now you can charge more, you can ask for more, you can demand more. Okay? Because it is a goal that is worthy of the demand that you're making. So now when the event's not packed, you have to go back and say, well, where did we miss? Did we not communicate the benefit of this? Did we not communicate it to the people that it was important to? Or did we just try to get our quote unquote friends to come on board, even though it was nothing really benefiting them whatsoever? Because the reality is, you only really about 10 deep at best. You lucky if you 10 deep in A1 day ones. People that really rock solid with you, people that really ride with you, people that'll take you to the airport at 4 in the morning, people that'll come see about you when you sick, people that'll loan you some money. You know, you really only got about 10 if you lucky. Probably less than that. So now, when you're building a business on support and you got 10 or less in your A1 day one category, who's going to come to the business? Who's going to come to the boutique? I'm asking you, seriously, if you only have about 10 A1 day ones, rock solid, ride or die homies, who is going to come to your business if it's all built around support? Because most people traffic in distraction. And When I say they traffic in distraction, they're looking for things to make them forget about their day to day life. So now, instead of them coming to your event, they rather go to the cigar lounge. Instead of them coming to your event, they rather go to the karaoke night. They rather go to the restaurant with the real good food and margaritas. Be honest. Keep it a buck. How many times have you been sitting in a church event like, ugh, can't wait to get up out of here. As soon as they get through singing, I'm gone. Why? Because you trying to get over to whatever the little Sunday afternoon brunch or the Sunday afternoon turn up kickback is. So this is what people are doing in real life, and this is what you're competing with. You know, you're competing against somebody who want to watch the Bears in the bar with their little Bears jersey on and their jeans, and hopefully somebody holler at them or show up for your church event. Is that bad? I don't know. That's between you and your friends, between you and your associates. I don't know if that's good or bad. Not for me to judge. I'm not throwing a stone at it. I'm just telling you that this is what you're competing against. When you have something, you have to make it valuable enough to the people that you want to give you money and attend to make them not want to do the other thing. You know, it's Friday night. I could either bring my home girl to your event or I could take her out to Kitchen and Cocktails. I could take her out to Papados. I could take her out, for, a nice evening of some kind. Now, what's going to get me further with this woman? Is Papados going to get me further with this woman? Is that going to make her like me, be impressed by me, want to spend more time with me, perhaps even have sex with me? Or is going to your event, your book signing, going to do it? Just saying. Because again, we're competing with people, their other likes, needs, wants, and desires, and the benefit of fulfilling those. That's what you're competing against. You know, you're competing against other stuff that they want to do. So what you're offering is not more important and more valuable to them. Why are they going to do it? Yeah, I know that goes against everything that you've been taught, everything that's been told to you. I agree. It does go against that. However, it's the truth. You you are in the same category with these people as people who walk up to them on the street and ask them for $5. You're in the same category as people who walk up on the street try to sell them some flowers. Okay, you're in the same category as the homeless person, and you see what they do to the homeless person. They step over them. They ignore them. You know, people try to sell you watchtowers or daily, whatever those things are. Any of those things, people walk right by them. People avoid them, cross to the other side of the street. But if there's no benefit in the event that you're trying to get people to participate in, they're gonna treat you the same way. You know, and to be honest with you, I'd rather people cross the street than play in my face. I'd rather people cross the street than lie to me and tell me they're coming. I'd rather people cross the street than say, "Oh, girl, send me the link." Me and my people gonna pull up, and now I'm counting on these people, and they don't show up. And then next time I see you, you give me a whole bunch of excuses. Oh, girl, see what happened was my kids were sick. What happened? Well, my engine light had came on. Because 9 times out of 10, real talk, you can go search that person's social media on the same day of your event, and guess what? You'll see them checking in from all types of other places other than yours. Which is why we work with people who are in business. Which is why the Grown and Rich family is about people who are in business. Which is why Sadon and All Solutions, solving all your marketing problems, are about people who are in business. Because I need you to be able to recoup that money. The worst feeling ever is to be out with your friends who had an event and people didn't show up for it, and then see them peeling off money to give to security guards, to see them peeling off money to give to the band, to see them peeling off money to give to the event planner, to see them peeling off money to give to the venue. You know, to see them peeling off money to give to these speakers who didn't bring nobody with them, and now that money's gone. You can't afford to go out and get yourself a meal once the event is over, but everybody else paying bills, heading to the bar, going to another event, and spending the money everywhere else. You know, and I know this because hell, I put out a book. It became a bestseller. It didn't become bestseller because of my friends. I love my friends. They bought books. I appreciate them. But it was the people I didn't know. It was the people that I partnered with who put me in position to get seen by other people that made it successful. It wasn't my friends. You know, as business owner, my biggest commissions and biggest clients were not people that I knew already. They were people that saw me through social media. They were people who referred to me by people that I had done business with. You know, now, don't get me wrong. Some of my friends have referred me some really great clients. But you know what? There are friends who are in business as well. You know, there are friends who are understanding of the value that I provide with what I do, whether it be from a coaching aspect or whether it be teaching people how to get more customers, close more deals, and generate more profits. They're people who get it. You know, they're not people who can't tell you what I do. You know, they're not people who are sending people to me and saying, well, you know, girl, he kind of, well, you know, you should holler at him. They're people like, hey, this is what he does. This is the value he brings to the table. This is why it's important. This is why you need to do it. I.e., what's in it for you. You know, he's going to help you gather more customers. He's going to help you keep customers. He's going to help you product develop. He's going to help you build a beautiful, wonderful business that allows you to have a beautiful, wonderful life. Even more beautiful and wonderful life. Okay? So I'm telling you this from experience because I'm in business. You know, so again, when we're talking about this, when we're talking through this, what you need to understand is it has to be bigger than their other needs, wants, and desires. You know, they have to want whatever it is that you're offering bad enough to give you money for it. Which is why you have to have a mission, which is why you have to have a cause, which is why you have to have a product and an outcome from using that product that is in alignment with their goals, needs, wants, and desires. If you're a trainer and you're helping people who have diabetes, then if you have friends who have diabetes or you have friends who want to lose weight and you're having a boot camp, what's the likelihood of them coming? You know, if you're a young lady and you've been around grandma, shout out to Lex, you know, and grandma's taught you all these recipes, so now you know how to make the macaroni from scratch. Now you know how to make cakes from scratch. Now you know how to build these beautiful, wonderful Sunday dinners and holiday dinners. Now you can then teach people in your age group who don't know how. So if you say, well, you know, girl, we having a cook off or we're having a demo for some new pots, pans, or whatever, and we're going to teach you how to make the following. Now you're going to be able to possibly get some of those friends slash associates slash AKA people who don't really rock with you but pretend that they do to come out. You know, and because it's something that they want to know, because it's going to help them get something that they want, then they're going to come out. You know, so when we start talking about support, it has to be a benefit. It has to make sense so that they'll then give you their money and time. Because if there's no benefit and it doesn't make sense to them, then they're not going to want to sacrifice money and time because they won't think that it's worth it. Again, I could just say I do marketing. Or I could say I help people build wonderful, beautiful businesses that allow them to have a beautiful, wonderful life. Which one would you want? No, I help people turn free social media into cold hard cash. Or I do marketing. Now you could call it marketing, but the reality is I help people turn free social media into cold hard cash. I help people build self-scaling, self-managed businesses. You know, I help turn part-time entrepreneurs and people with a side hustle into full-time entrepreneurs. Or I could say I do marketing. Which one is more valuable? And as you figure out which one is more valuable to you, then you'll make the decision to rock with it or not rock with it. Because again, you really only got about 5 to 10 A1 day ones. And after those people buy the book, after those people come to the event, after those people show up at the restaurant, now what? Because then it becomes about, and it's just I need how do you look at it? It becomes about attracting versus bullying. Okay. Now, most people are going to teach you how to bully. And what do I mean when I say bully? I mean that tagging people, hitting that highlight button or the everyone button, you know, bugging the hell out of people in order to get their attention. But what happens is people start blocking you, people start ignoring you, people start ducking you, people start going to the other side of the street to avoid you. So now, even when you do have a really good product or a really good event that they might be interested in, you've burned them out. You know, they've gotten to the point where now when they see you coming or people like you coming, they don't want to hear it. We've had so many bad events that now people are like, nah, I'm straight, I'm good. I'm going to the lounge. Nah, girl, I'm good, I'm straight. Mm-mm. I'm going to get on Southwest. It's Tuesday. I'm going to see if I can't get me some tickets to the City Winery. You know, Now I heard, Kitchen and Cocktails is lit. I'm gonna take that money and go there because we've had so many bad events that people just don't do it anymore. So you have to overcome that. Now the way you overcome it is a building something that people actually want to support. Two, building something for those people. So either I'm supporting the cause or you built this specifically for me. I built my whole business around grown folks. We don't talk a whole bunch of jargon that people can't understand. We're not running around here, using acronyms. We're using real words, talking in real layman terms so that you don't get confused and misled. So either A, you can build something for someone. A, you can build something that people will support because they believe in the cause behind it. Or B, you can build it for them. We built a business that you're going to benefit from. You know, we took into account all of the things that you're dealing with, and we built a way to make sure that you don't have to struggle, be confused, feel frustrated, or feel like a fool when you buy it. So, with that being said, now somebody's actually going to want to give you the money because there's a solution to those needs, wants, and desires that they have. You know, if you come to this, it's going to put you in a position to have more money so that you can then buy more of the things that you want. So you can buy more, do it easier, do it better, do it faster. Here's the solution. Now, when you do that, you got to be able to stand on your work. You got to be able to say money back guarantee. You got to be able to say, I 100% stand behind what I offer you with beyond a shadow of a doubt. Because even then, there's still risk involved. So what you have to do now is mitigate the risk. So now how do I mitigate risk? Okay, I'll give you 30 back, 30 day guarantee. That's how you mitigate risk. I'll guarantee my work for 30 days. I'm giving you money back, no questions asked. So now the fear factor of this being some trash is lower. The fear factor of me spending an afternoon doing something that ain't gonna help me one bit is lower. You know, Girl, if it don't hook you in the first 5 minutes, you could leave. Could you imagine going to the movies and the movies was like, hey, if you sit through the first 30 minutes and this thing trash, we'll give you your money back. More people would go to the movies because now there wouldn't be any risk. You know, so if there's no risk, then it's all benefit. So again, if you want more support, build something that people can believe in regard to the cause, build something for the people, and then reduce the risk. So those are the three things that you really have to do in order to get quote unquote support. You know, and also remember that you really only have so many A1 day ones. We all watch social media. You see how many people are betraying people's trust every day. You tell them something in private, now they putting it out all on the internet. People taping phone calls, people doing all type of crazy stuff. And these are the people you're gonna trust to make sure that you can build a business that'll feed you and your family for the next 20 years. You gonna trust your gossiping friend to be the person that's going to come and bring people with her? Really? Come on, man. She ain't loyal to nobody. But you like, oh yeah, she say she gonna bring 10 people with her. And then what? Oh girl, see what had happened was don't do it. Don't try it. Don't even entertain it. Build something for people to actually get behind because they believe in the same thing you believe in. Or build it specifically for a group of people you know have money and would spend it if you solve that particular problem for them. Shout out to my people over at Dialogue. You know, in Northwest Indiana, this has got to be the coolest place for grown folks to go kick back. Whether it be the good music, whether it be the cigars, whether it be the good food, whether it be the good atmosphere and service you get. You know, they have pretty much done everything they could possibly do to make sure if you somebody that's grown, that you're an adult, that you got some class and you know how to act, that they have put you in the best position to have a good night that they possibly could. So if you're in the local Chicagoland area, you like to slide out to Maryville and Miller and places like that, check out Dialogue. Good spot. So again, that's what I'm talking about. So, and for you people who are looking and trying to figure out why your spot not popping, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I just said. Play it back and listen to what I just told you about what they're doing over there at Dialogue. So then maybe you can take some notes. Matter of fact, pull up on them and sit in the cut and watch what they're doing. And then take some notes. Like, okay, cool. They got some influencers to bring their friends. Okay, but they highlight and celebrate their influencers. So when those people bring their crowd, they make sure that that crowd enjoys themselves. So now the person who has influence and can bring you 10 people don't feel ashamed or scared to bring 10 people because they know that you built the spot that the 10 people are going to enjoy. Pull up on them, check them out. So again, as I continue to talk about the support thing, you have to build something and execute it in a way that the people walk away with a beautiful, wonderful experience so that they know beyond a shadow of a doubt they didn't make a bad choice. You don't need people to have buyer's remorse. So if your business, if your program, if your event, if your whatever is not built on that type of foundation, then it's going to be real hard for you to get people. Because this whole bully thing, it doesn't work. Now, what I just talked about is attracting. You know, People see you having a good time. People hear you talking about it. People want to be a part of it because it looks like a place they should be. So if you have an event and you tagging me in it and you posting 752 times, I'm going to start ignoring you. Whereas the other person, they just vibing and the people in there are vibing and everybody's having a good time. So everybody posting their pictures. They're going to make me want to go there. You know, man, when the summer was lit and Rodney was having the rooftop joints, man, it made you want to go because you saw people having a good time. But if you don't have that type of energy and accommodate the people and treat the people correctly, then why would they come? You know, you ain't got to know Rodney, you ain't got to like Rodney, but you see this event and it's like, oh wow, they're having a good time. Okay, cool. It's the R&B, man. So it's stuff that you grew up on. It's a cool little vibe. It's not a whole bunch of bang bang shoot 'em up. So if you're grown and classy with a few dollars in your pocket, because there are very few grown and classy people who don't have a few dollars to spend on a good night, you want to be there. Makes sense, doesn't it? Make a lot of sense. Okay. So now, here's another cool thing. A shout out to the homie that he did that I liked. When his last event got canceled, he told people that the event got canceled. He stood up, stood out front of it, said, "Hey, here's what's going on. I know that you guys were planning to come here, and I want to make sure that I keep my word with you and I maintain a position of integrity with you. So here's what happened. Didn't duck it, didn't dodge it, didn't try to keep, you know, the facade up. And in some cases, people try to keep the facade up and they try to keep your money. So if you're going to be upfront, at least A, offer people back their money, or B, tell people that that money is good for a considerable amount of time. So if the event does get canceled, either A, you give the people back their money, or B, you say, hey, this money is good for the next 2 years. So any event that I have during the next 2 years, if you gave me this money, you good. And if you're really feeling confident about what you do, you throw in a little bonus. You say, hey, you can join my VIP list, you can get 20% off on my merchandise, whatever, and it's still good for 2 years. Again, that gives you trust. It gets people to not feel like they're taking a risk by coming to your event, engaging in an opportunity with you, because you're standing by your word, you're being upfront about it, and you're offering some type of recompense for the inconvenience that they had to experience. You know, so I feel like I've kind of walked this thing all the way down and giving you some real good tips and strategies that are proven, that are tested, that are battle tested under pressure, that you should be using. I feel like I've given you some insight. If I have, please leave it in the comments. Um, and if you have any other questions, needs, or concerns, leave those in the comments as well. But what I really would prefer that you do, and that's go to grownrich.com. Go to grownandrich.com. Click the Make Money Fast button. They're going to send me an email. And I'm going to then send you back an email. And we're going to talk about your business, your marketing, your people, your sales, your goals, and anything that you get during that call that you can then use to make money with, you get to keep. And there's no charge whatsoever. So why wouldn't you want to call with me? I mean, I've generated millions of dollars online. I'm an award-winning sales trainer. I am a record-setting recruiter. My client roster includes CEOs, Emmy winners, industry insiders, college presidents, attorneys, you know, some of the most successful black people on the planet. So if I don't know it, there's a strong chance that I probably could pick up a phone and call one of them and ask them. Or something that they've told me will then be valuable to you. But again, the call is free. So pull up on me, as they say. But as always, man, it's your business big bro, Sadon Long, aka the most dangerous man in marketing, with another episode of successful marketing, sales, and relationships for adult small business owners and entrepreneurs. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be here in front of you again. And until the next time, stay safe, be blessed, and enjoy your day. I am out.